fell asleep about 6:30 and woke up at 2:00 this afternoon. But she was, I don't know what it was, but she was like, I was in the bath at like 9:15 and I heard her screaming for me. So I ran into her room and she was sick on her bedding. And so I brought her, literally, Kevin's mad. I brought her into my room and like sat her up just watching TV, and then I just, with a sick bowl, she was just filling the whole thing up every time. And then I was like, are you going to stop for a minute? Like, can you like hold it for a minute while I go and wash it out? It was just a fucking nightmare. But she woke up at 2:00 and she's had a few bits to eat, and she has had some apple juice, so she's not been sick again yet. So hopefully it's over. This week's been a right washout again, hasn't it? It's been so much. But we are supposed to be going away on Friday for 4 days. We're just going to a holiday park, me, Taylor and Tori, but so I suppose it's better this side of the week than next week. I know, Lulu, it's one thing after another at the moment at home. Hey JD, all right? It has been one thing after another. What with Tegan's job becoming redundant, but she has got a new job at a solicitor's office, so she starts that next week, I think. Then Taylor's been so poorly, now Tori was poorly. It's the end of school year as well, and there's loads of stuff going on. Thank you for all the heart me's, guys. Tori's got a fun week at school this week, so she's really excited. Spoon of sugar and juice stops. Does it really, Nikki? Spoonful of sugar and juice? I don't know that Tori will eat sugar out of the jar anyway. She did get the job, yeah. She's gone shopping in Plymouth today to get some new outfits, because it's a bit of a different, little bit of a different job and a bit of a different vibe. She needs like some nicer clothes. Hey Jan, how are you? I'm just tired, but I'm okay. Laura, I'm not a super mum. It's just one of those things that we all go through it, and I suppose because I'm online you hear about mine, but I'm sure everybody, I was given a flat lemonade. I'm sure everyone's got so much going on this time of year. And then we've got school holidays soon. I find school holidays such a pressure, I do. You know, when they want to do something every single day. And you're just like, what are we doing now? I don't really have anything to do. Hey Bev, how are you? We've got a couple of things going on this week. We've got a couple of families coming on this week, actually. We've got Casey, Joe and Owen coming on Tuesday at 9, and they are talking about Carly, who they found all 11 girls and one counsellor. Have they all been found deceased, Lizzie? All the girls? Yeah, so they're coming on. It's a case in Ireland where a young lady lost her life. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lizzie. It's awful, isn't it? Yeah, so Carly's mum has put some videos up here telling her whole story, which it's just so sad. And Carly was a mother who had gone to rehab for addiction issues and had got clean. She was back home. She was back with her children. She had 2 very young children, and she was just doing so well. And then she died horrifically through nitazene drug. And her mum said, I'll let her mum tell her story because there's so many parts of it that don't make any sense, and her life definitely could have been saved. But they're going to come on, and Carly's current partner, Owen, who was with her in a relationship at the time that she died. So yeah, so her mum's coming on. Her mum is the sweetest person. I messaged her and said, like, I'd love to have you on the platform to tell your story. And she was like, oh my God, I'd be honoured if you'd let me come on. And I'm like, no, of course I would. I know that Nathan Osborne, brother and sister, want to come on next week and have a talk with us about some of the updates in his case. I've got loads more death row stuff to do. I'm shocked Ian's going to talk. Why, Jenny? He's not the partner that was with her when she died. The ex-partner who had been, who was older than her, who was the children's father, was the one that was with her. And she had nothing to do with him, really. So the fact that he was just with her on that one day seems really strange to me. But Owen has been in the live yesterday. He was requesting it, the day before. Have you, Jen Bob? Good luck with that. You sound like a fucking cat being swung around the room. So good luck with X Factor. Yeah, no, Jenny. It's Owen is the one who he is the one who was her partner. He was like her life partner at the time. Like, he adored her. They were going to have such a good future together. So she's coming on Tuesday at 9. Sorry, Jen Bob, but you know, your singing is about on par with mine. Hi from St Lucia. St Lucia, eh? Are you there on holiday? Oh, it's pronounced Ian. I was reading it. I thought it was Ian, but I had to go to my resident Irish girl, Chloe, and say, Chloe, how am I saying this name? Which makes loads more sense because I was calling him Ian. I'm so bad. I remember when I was trying to say Saoirse's name and I kept calling Anya Ain for about 17 months. Hey, Kicks, how are you? Like the amount of videos after. What was that video I did about the place names I get wrong all the time? Has the Hate Live stopped now? Yeah, because London Star has gone on from the Hate Lives to using her daughter to try and scam the Islam community. It's absolutely ridiculous. Every post is like, my daughter's got a wish list. She really wants a new party. She wants she was asking for, not for her, but for the rest of her class. They would love some nice things at the party. My daughter would just love some toys to play with. And you know, she's but every video is a way of literally just scamming the people from the Muslim community. And I'll just say it as it is. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, of course she has, because she's using a 4-year-old child to scam a whole religion. And you know, has she told the Islamic people, who, by the way, Islamic is the most peaceful religion, they're the loveliest people, have you told them all that the 2 weeks before you were making profiles of my dead father? Do you know what I mean? She's pretending to be a whole different person now. She's reborn. I just think it's fucking bizarre. You would never ever catch me using my children, one child, leaving all the rest out, and using them to fucking get toys off of Amazon, just personally. So yes, so what she had to do was remove... No, so she basically made a video of her young child saying that she wanted to wear a hijab like one of her friends was at school, that she wanted to be a Muslim. And that video got millions of views because obviously that's a sweet thing, right? So then she started playing on that. So every day now she's got her daughter decorating different hijabs, going to different mosques, getting prayer mats from people. You know, the girl's 4. The girl knows nothing about religion, let's be honest. And you have now changed your profile name to your daughter's name, your daughter's face, and you've got your daughter in dresses performing for people on TikTok in order to get things off a wish list. I just think it's fucking bizarre, and you'll want to call me out, I'll call you out back. I would never ever... No, the mother's not wearing one too. It's literally... She admitted she was Miss Icon. Thank you so much for my gifts yesterday. I'll show them later. I did send you a message. I don't know if you've replied yet because I've got so many messages. It's really, really bad. But I just think people like she's gained about 20,000 followers in a week because people, I guess for the Muslim community, they get so much hate online, they get so much negativity in the media and stuff, and you're seeing this little girl and you're believing this hype that this mother's trying to put onto you, that you would see it as quite sweet, right? And I understand why people would want to see that, but there comes a time when, like I've always said before, mothers online often use their children for things, and when you get like a big viewing of one video, you push and push and push and push and push it, and she'll be 10 months down the line making her daughter do all kinds of religious festivals and all sorts because it suits her narrative and it's getting paid and it's getting you followers. You've changed your profile name to your daughter's name, who's 4, who shouldn't be on social media or have a profile, and you're exploiting your child, almost pimping out your child for financial gain at this point. That's how, and I'll call it how it is. Because that's what it is. And then today's post is like, she's got a birthday party next week. She had a conversation with me today and she wants an extra special party this week, not for her, for her classmates. 4-year-olds aren't having that conversation. If I say to my 6-year-old, do you want to have a party? She's like, yeah, I want it to be Stitch themed. I want a bouncy castle. I want this. Like, she's got no idea about money. She doesn't care about where money comes from, and she doesn't really care about what everyone else is getting at the party. Like every other kid in the world, pass the parcel, they want to win, and it's like, it's your party, you can't win as well. And you have those really awkward conversations as a parent when your kid's screaming because they didn't win because it's their birthday. Like, you're just making posts from you and saying it's from your 4-year-old daughter. You're disgusting. Disgusting. So she took down all her videos of hate about me because it didn't fit the new Islam peaceful new person that she is. It's fucking mad. Like a week ago, you were calling out my kids saying horrific things and making... On Chippy's live, she admitted, she said to me, I cannot be the first person in the whole time you've been on TikTok to mock your dead dad. I said, actually, you are. Well done. But you'd never catch me. And let me tell you something. I'll just say it because it's absolutely true. There is one reason why profiles that feature children on them instead of adults get so many followers. One reason, and you know it. When you have your 4-year-old daughter performing for the masses in little dresses and all of your content is about a little 4-year-old, you get one type of people following you. That's the facts. The facts. I put a video up the other day, didn't I, of Tori with the stitch thing, which I wouldn't let her be on camera. I'd only let her voice be on camera. I blocked 4 men who were like, she sounds so beautiful, she sounds so sweet. I'm like, what do you mean? You don't know me. Like, what do you mean she sounds this, she sounds that? Like, it's just freaky to me. It's not the same as like Jane from our community or Chloe or Holly saying, oh, look, Tori sounds so cute. This is men coming on who you don't know me. Go, oh my God, she sounds beautiful. How old is she? Fuck off. Get out of here. Do you know what I mean? And we say the same thing with like that Boots, that Boots, what's that Boots song with that little girl where they were using that little girl? Again, 3 or 4-year-old girl. And men are trying to pay to come and like hold her and stuff. It's the same all the time. But the parents know what's going on and they know that's what's happening. And that's why you changed your profile, because you couldn't get followers. You changed it to your daughter instead. Talk about London Star. It's very strange. Do you know what, lady? There's a difference, yeah. If people on social media, I can't tell people enough, like, if people want to post their children, like I've got nothing to say about that. I see pictures on the FYP all the time of parents out with their kids on days out and that, and I'll always give them a little love out and that, you know. It's a bit different for me because I've got a massive platform and, you know, people always want to do horrible things to me, don't they? And I don't want to use my kids for that. But when you're purposely making your account just your child and you're constantly putting wish lists up for your child, and my child wants this and my child wants that, and you're baiting out the Muslim community by going, oh, she wants to wear a hijab and she look at her wearing one now, and like now she's at a mosque. Like, your 4-year-old did not wake up and say, I want to go to a mosque, or I want to go to a church, or I want to do a prayer book or stuff like that. They may say, which is what her daughter did say, I want to wear one of those things my friend wears to school. Same as Tori comes home and says, I want you to put braids in my hair because my friend's got it. I'm jealous of her hair. She didn't ask you that she wanted to learn about Jesus, Allah, janazas, none of that. She didn't ask you that because she's 4. So when you're putting up all these posts and you're saying, oh, she asked me today what it was like on a prayer mat. No, she fucking didn't. No, she didn't. She probably did what my kid did and talked about farting all morning. So I look at that profile and I see exactly what you're doing. At the moment, it's working. You're making major paid out of it. You get major followers out of it. And if you can live with the fact you're pimping your daughter out for all that, cool, do it. But don't act like you want to be part of the religion of peace when you literally are a trashy person who mocks dead family members and last week was dragging my kids around the app and saying horrific things about me and my domestic abuse. Don't act like you're this person of peace just because you want gifts off your wish list. And also, when you've got multiple kids, why are you making one of them a fucking star? Say she wants this and she wants that and she wants this. And she put a quote up today from the little girl's older sister saying, I think we are all the same and we all breathe this. And it was just like a quote that a child had not read, and it was just kind of like her scamming more people. And I don't care. She said enough things about me, and at this point in time, as a woman who does child protection and actually can see what you're doing and what you're baiting your daughter into, like, you've got pictures of her walking to school. Like, it's quite clear where you could figure out very easy where she lives, where she goes to nursery. And we've got all these strange people online, and you're making your daughter stand out. You're showing us every morning what she's going to school dressed in, what her headscarf looks like today, what she's wearing. Bad things are going to happen. And that's why I always talk on these things. So you can say whatever you want. Come in here with 27 accounts of my dead father, and I'll still stand up for your daughter when you're not. So, child protection is my name. Child protection is the game. No, it's not safeguarding. But some people don't care about safeguarding, because if you can make paid off it, look at Tori, right? Tori's a superstar, right? She's so funny. She's so funny, right? I could make Tori a TikTok profile right now, and she would get thousands of views, right? Because she says crazy shit. She always cancels me every single day, right? But I'm not going to do that because she's a child. Children cannot consent to being used on social media. Children cannot consent to being exploited or to be made money off the back of. And there's a reason. Oh my God, I am famous. Are you home yet, Top Girl? You better fucking get home soon. Go around the fucking world, fucking collecting money off relatives while I'm getting nothing but fucking robbed off mine. yeah, children can't consent. Thank you, Top Girl. Children cannot consent to being used online, having their pictures everywhere and being used. And she's using it to scam the Muslim community, isn't she? Like, oh, look how cute she is. She wants to be a Muslim. And everyone's there sending her prayer books and stuff. And she's like, oh, fuck the prayer books. Can you get the Barbie in the fucking microphone and buy her a party? Fucking crazy. When are you back, Babby? You promised me you'd come back last week. Oh, that London star. Who removed all her content about me because she wanted to get rid of all the hate of her profile so she could paint so she could reel in the Muslim community. Do you know what I mean? Welcome back up, London. Do you know Angela's made a video? That Angela, the nutty one, has made a video and she's gone, Hailey Comet's made a big apology, and then she's played a video of Alpha Bar apologising. And everyone's going, that's not even Hailey Comet. She's going, yes it is. So now I'm a transgender 20-year-old who beats himself with a hairbrush on a daily basis. Whoop whoop. I was going to make a video back saying I was going to put Whoopi Goldberg and say, oh, she's apologised to me, but I would get called racist if I did that, wouldn't I? God forbid. You know what I mean? I'm not allowed to do it. I might say she's done a massive apology to me, and I'll play a clip of Ainsley Harriott going on about red pepper, green tomatoes, whatever it was. One more for her, one more for me. I'm just getting so pissed off with TikTok. I like being TikTok, and I like being on my side of TikTok, to be fair. I see lives every single day. I was watching Miss Reg for a bit this morning and I thought, fucking hell, what's the world come to, man? It's just so negative, so pointless, and fucking full-grown adults just absolutely talking about things like just don't even fucking make sense. Don't like someone, block and move on. Let's not drag it on for fucking months and weeks. I'm not going, but I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do that. It's just fucking crazy. I just feel like TikTok's become like there's loads of people that really believe they're famous. They really believe they're famous, but they're just characters, like caricatures of people. One of them keep pausing to make funny comments when everyone goes, oh my God, you're so funny in the comments. And I just thought, fucking go play with your kids for 5 minutes. Just go outside. Like, I just had fucking enough of it all. And I just literally, somebody said last week, I'm going live at Hailey Comet today and I'm going to destroy it. And I thought, please do, because it's about time we just lay it all out there. Do you know what I mean? If you want to play dickhead games, you'll get dickhead fucking prizes, because I'm not playing anymore. If everyone wants to, thank you, S. If everyone wants to keep saying, I'm going to do this, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go toe to toe. Let's bring it all out. Yeah, notification 100% true. Like, everybody on TikTok, no matter how big your follower is, thank you, bombshells. No matter how big your following is, whether you've got 5 followers or 1 million followers, we're just all the same people. We're all people who come live. Some of us are very lucky. I am very lucky. Thank you, Michelle, because I have an absolute amazing community. I have just such good people around me, and I'm very blessed for that, very lucky. But that's the only difference, is like what kind of community you have. And Joanne, I like it because I love to talk to you guys. I love the community I've got. And there's been several times, especially over the last 2 or 3 months, where I could just leave TikTok. I could do something else and go to another platform. I'd quite happily be able to go, oh, I'll just get a job in a shop and get some good money doing that. And I'd have a weekly wage where I know what it is. But I'd miss my community. And there's sometimes when I don't come live and I think, oh, I wonder how Hardy Poppers, I wonder how this person, I wonder how that person is. Like, I just love my people. And I love what I've built. I find it very hard not to... and sometimes I'll not do a video or anything for a couple of days. Thank you, S. And then a case will break and I'm like, I've got to talk about this. Because it's so important, like what's happened here. But in the grand scheme of things, like the other side of the app, like it could all be disappearing, and I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I would never leave you, really, Daisy Chain. If I do, I'll take you with me. We'll go somewhere else. We'll go into YouTube or podcast or something. I keep saying I'm going to do something else, but this year's been a fucking wipeout this year so far. Thank you, Lily. I think I'd just be happy if I could just get back into regular lives and just not have so much going on in real life, because everything's just been a bit messy for the last couple of months. But I'm getting there. My mental health is way better. I work in a shop and they die. And that after a while, especially the alcoholics. I work in a shop and they die. What kind of shop do you work in, Ro? Oh, thank you, Mandy. Thank you, yes. I'd be just quite happy to get back on top of like everyday kind of lives, but I'm getting there, and I am live a lot more. I know I haven't always done the evening lives or whatever the case is, but I am trying to come live a bit more. Co-op, oh, do you, Ro? I love my local co-op. I do. Spend most of my life in my fucking local co-op. I've been clean all day. Are you, hi Bob? Tori's been sick all night. She was sick from 9 o'clock last night until 6 o'clock this morning. Didn't sleep a wink. Kept being sick. She's such a trooper though. Like, you know, like Taylor, for instance, when Taylor's being sick, it's horrible. Like, she can't do it. Thank you, S. But Tori's such a trooper. But then we didn't go to sleep till 6:30 this morning, both of us in my bed, and then we woke up at 2 o'clock. I woke up to Taylor saying, "Can you get me a Greggs?" So we got some food, and we've just like literally sat here for the last couple of hours. Thank you, Nikki. Oh, I don't know what it is called. She's better now. She last was sick at 6 o'clock this morning. Hey, Jade Flies. Thank you. She was last sick at 6 o'clock this morning, and so she's woke up at 4. I know, woke up at 2 today, and she has had some drink and some food, and she's not been sick since. So I'm hoping that she's going to be okay, because tomorrow's a fun day at school, so I don't really want to keep her off, because she's only got 2 weeks left of school. I didn't cook her anything weeks before. We had McDonald's for dinner last night, so I didn't cook that in. Oh, they say no school for 2 days, but I reckon if she's not been sick for 24 hours tomorrow morning, I reckon it'll be all right. I know it makes me sound awful, but I don't mind. It's a fun day at school. Can everyone judge me offline, not online? Have you tried the Arch Burger? Did you like it, Alina, or not? Because I quite like the Arch Burger. The Arch Burger. I can't eat a lot at the moment because I'm on Manjaro, so I can only eat like a quarter of the burger. But I like the crispy onions with the onions and the sauce. I did like it. Please think of other children. I will, Chels. I think if she's not been sick for a whole 24 hours and she's eating and she's drinking fine, she's fine. The sauce was nice. It's quite messy, to be fair, Lena. Because I can't eat the whole burger, I put the bottom part of the bun in the bin. Ate some of the burger, but so yeah, I suppose if I ate the whole burger, it would have been messy. Yeah, I think she just ate something dodgy. Is that the Care Bear? I love this Care Bear mug. It says, can't even read now. Silently judging you, mug, bear. That's Chels. Shush, no one cares, bears. Go away. I'm introverting today, bear. Don't care, bear. Sounds like a you problem, bear. Why can't I read? Why have my eyes gone really funny today? I can't even read. If my mouth doesn't say it, my face will, bear. I came, I saw, I left early. That sounds like me. I came, I had the buffet, I left. Yeah, that sounds like a dream world, doesn't it? Good evening, Kitty. I love it. I bought it for someone kind of TikTok shop. You break your leg in jail, they give you one paracetamol, not even two. Not even two. You told me off the other day for cussing on my video. I cuss all the time. You can't have been in my lives much when I'm ranting and raving using the seat. What did I call the other day? A fat cunt. I'm still not even sorry about it. Sorry for anyone who's offended by the C word. If my mum was in here, she'd go mad. On the mug, I mean. What about on the mug? But he is. I don't care. You kill Jay Slater, I'm allowed to call you whatever you want. It is true. I don't know where it came from. I was ADHD and all of a sudden I went, someone said to me, what should Jay Slater's parents say to Io? I said, well, they should just call him a fat cunt. I don't even care. It's the Lord's Day as well. When I'm Jail Tales, get out of my life. You're making me swear on the Lord's Day. It's Jesus' day today, and Jesus is my homeboy. Yeah, can everyone just tell Jail Tales off, please, not me. Joe, my lives are so messy. I'm all over the fucking place all the time. I've got cases to do tonight. I'm just hoping that I can put Tori to bed in about an hour, and there'll just be no sound tonight. I've got to go and change all my bedding. I had to change my pillows, change a t-shirt 16 times. Yeah, fair baby mum. I'm not doing a case right now. I've got a few things to do today. I've got an important phone call I'm waiting for. I know you weren't, Charles. That's why I was joking. I know what you're saying. No one thought you were being spiteful. Everyone loved you. That's why I was joking about the Care Bear. Let's have a look. I've got an important phone call in a little bit. With some of the family members from the Adriana case, so I've got to take that. But I will be live tonight. There's a couple of things going on in there. A couple of people questioned me the other day about what happened. Which, in the grand scheme of things, like, I stand on business for what I did yesterday. What can I really say though? At the end of the day, like, I can't say anything different. Like, is Amicia okay? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she knows about it. To be fair, I'm certainly not going to approach her and say it to her. I always say because I would never do that. Like, never say it to her. But I said the right thing, and I'm glad that I said what I said. What is that of? What are they? I don't know what. I'm gonna keep saying that because someone's just pointing it out. No, so I didn't so much say to her, but obviously that I was Anne asked me about it yesterday, about why I'd said it. I said justice for Amicia. But I'm glad I said it. I just the witch lady, I've not heard too much about that today. I know the because I asked today if because Sir Brian came on the live, didn't he, on Fatters the other day, and he said that he wasn't mad at his mum. He had no issues with his mum. Now that was particularly hard for me to hear, which is why I wanted the phone call today, because I don't understand why you're saying you haven't got a problem with your mum when your mum led your daughter to her death. Like, you have to make a choice at some point here, and we have to get on the same page. And unfortunately, the truth of the matter is, this is more than negligence. Your mum took a meeting the day before with the woman in the grey, and Stefan, you know about that meeting. You've known about that meeting longer than me. You also know that there's lots of things that's happened in the background. Money's been paid, new houses and stuff. So at some point you have to make a choice to call it what it is. Now, I was furious, and so were other people who felt like they had been fighting for justice and putting the truth out for him to make that statement. It was a kick in the teeth, man. And it's almost calls me a liar and other people a liar. Like, we haven't got a problem with this woman. How can you not have a problem with her? And I explained it today, and I said, if I was in your situation, I would want my mum dead. Truth. My mum took one of my girls, Taylor, Tori Teagan, took her somewhere knowing that she was going to be killed. I would want you dead. I would hunt you down. You would end up in a pool. I don't care. There is definitely. I'll tell you about in a minute, old hag. Like, anyone. Now, for me, like, the particularly hard thing is my mum. My kids adore my mum, right? So any time my mum puts out her hand to one of my kids, they take it, right? My mum says, I'm going to take you to Morrison's. They want to go to Morrison's. She wants to take them into the garden. She wants to take them to the beach. My kids are excited to go. Now, if I had to sit there and think about that excitement of my kids and my mum taking her there, knowing she ain't ever coming home again, that anger in me, I'm coming to your house. I'm going to take down your house. I'm going to take off your head. I'll set fire to you in your home. I don't care. Like, that's how I feel. Like, you're my mum, you're my blood, and my daughter loved you. So I ain't going on no lives to say I don't have no problem with my mum. No, I'm not. I don't understand that. That's not even... that to me is not even keeping the peace, keeping yourself safe. Like, that's a choice that you're making. At the very least, if I didn't feel safe and someone said to me, Sir Brian, how do you feel about your mum? I'm saying, I'm not talking about that. I don't want to talk about it. But I ain't telling you that I ain't got a problem with her. I love her. She's my mum. And that people should stop talking about my mum because I find it overly negative. What? I don't know how to be positive. I don't know how to be positive about somebody who met someone the day before and agreed a price that my child should die for that price. I don't know how to be positive about that. I don't know how to spin that positively. Does he want me to make videos and say, oh, bless Carol. Bless Carol for taking Adriana to her death. What a lovely lady. I hope she has the loveliest time. Like, how do you spin that positively? I don't get it. This woman didn't even arrange you, Sir Brian, because she didn't give a fuck about you. She wanted to do drugs instead. So she didn't give a fuck about your children, unfortunately. And when it came to it and they wanted to agree a price and they wanted a child about 11, Adriana paid the price and she held her hand, took her to a pool that day after lying to you, lying to your wife and saying she was taking her to the beach. And she led her to her death. And at one point she allowed Stefan to take her into that hotel knowing she would never come back out. And then she sat back down calmly and drank a drink at the side of the pool. Well, knowing Adriana was inside that pool scratching Son, the hotel owner, screaming and wanting to live. That's who your fucking mother is. And I don't know how to spin that positively. I don't. On the day of Adriana's wake, the first time when she was going to be buried, your mother was there collecting all the money of all the people and calling your wife the N-word. She referred to your children at the wake as bastard children. And you're still riding hard for her. Are you sure? They're your kids. This case is making me angry because every single time I go live, every single time I make a video, I get bare hate for it. But yet the people who are supposed to be fighting for justice aren't even fighting the same thing. And for everyone in here yesterday who just said to me, you didn't see what happened yesterday. So Brian was on a live with Fatta flirting yesterday, calling her sexy and everything. And I was in the comments streaming justice for Amicia. And then everyone was messaging me saying, should you have said that? I said, yes, I fucking should. Your wife is at home with 2 children grieving, hasn't stopped crying since the funeral, in church every single day, like she is now, looking for some kind of relief because she doesn't know where to put herself. And you're online calling Fatta sexy and she's talking to you about a bathing suit and how you should phone her at 2:30 in the morning. And I did say, I said, fuck it to Brian. Justice for Amicia at this point. I stand on that all day long. Some of Fatta's friends were in here yesterday watching and recording. I still said the same thing. It's fucking grotesque. You know what I mean? Even from her point of view, you've got a grieving father. Do better. Do better. He may even be vulnerable at this moment in time. He's just lost his daughter. It's not the time. But when the whole world is watching you and you're on the world stage and everyone's looking at you because they're looking at you to lead some kind of justice campaign as their father, and you're spending the time trying to get pum-pum online, it's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. And it comes back on people like me. Everybody, when I was in that live, me and Ellie in there were gifting. And then he started saying, oh, she was sexy, she looked sexy in this dress and all this. And loads of people start messaging me like, what's your opinion on this? What do you think of this, Hailey? You still defending Brian? Is he part? And it all comes back on me every single time. So I'm in the comments just showing what I think and saying justice for Amicia. Like, we aren't even talking about justice for Adriana anymore. We're talking about your wife. Do you know what I mean? Text people. Don't get caught out, but don't do it on a social media platform where Fatta's got a massive Guyanan following and you've got 2,000 people in your room. I ain't defending that. I'll never defend it. I don't like home wreckers. I don't like women that do that to other women. I think it's shameful. I think it's disgusting. I think it's dirty. It was done to my mum several times. I watched it happen. I'm not doing that shit. My 18-year-old says, my pum pum brings life around my house. And I'm just like, get your pum pum out of my bedroom and go and do your washing. I don't stand by it. I honestly don't stand by it at all. And I don't like it. And on top of that, knowing that she's grieving and she's lost so much, and his face just lights up when he's around Fatta and he starts saying stuff, and you're just sat there thinking, I think it's been like that for a couple of weeks. I think I've seen quite a few things that have caused red flags for me that I've not really said nothing, and I've watched and I thought maybe it's the culture, maybe I shouldn't say anything, maybe this is just uncomfortable. There were just things at the funeral as well that we saw. Things in America where they would go live together and all of a sudden he was lit up and it was kind of Amicia was in the background. It was very uncomfortable. But when you're crossing over the line and you're starting to call her sexy and saying, oh, you look so good, and she's going, I'm gonna get a new bathing suit, and I'm like, please don't. It's just it's just fucking uncomfortable. Do you ever think in a whole world, right, if I was having a conversation with Sir Brian, at any point I'd say to him, oh, I've got some we should fight for justice for Adriana, I've got some new booty shorts. What the fuck? Like, what in the fuck? Has she posted it now so I can talk about it? I couldn't talk about it until it was properly posted. I'm glad she's posted it though, because we spoke about it a little while ago. So let me just have a look. Ellie, can you go check it? She's posted the thing I said, because I don't want to talk about it unless it has actually been posted. I don't know, bro, if anyone posted it. It is disrespectful, Julie. And the thing is, right, there was a couple of things last week that I'd seen that made me feel really unhappy, with like things like Sir Brian had placed his hat on top of Adriana's coffin because he wanted it to be buried with his daughter. So Fatta had gone down and taken the hat, taken it home, and then she was on live later saying like, look at me wearing his hat, it's got his sweat on it, like I'm wearing Sir Brian's hat. At least it's not going to be rotting with his daughter. And I was like, huh? And then yesterday he was like, I've got a new hat, and she was like, I've still got your hat, I wear it to bed. And I was just like, huh? And to me that's just like the high school thing of like, I'm wearing your Letterman jacket, or like, you know, it's mine, you know, I'm wearing it, like it's touching me, like it's so fucking bizarre. And then someone said to me from Guyana, like they do believe like if you know the thing I last sent you from the Misia's post, can you just check it is actually posted before I talk about it? For me, like, people said no, like, people in Guyana don't like to post anything with the deceased because they believe that person will be next. So, yeah, I get that maybe she took his hat because she didn't want it to be... I don't know whose that number that is. Can someone delete it? Because you didn't want him to be next. I get that. But then just give him back his hat. Just quietly say, no, don't bury it, please, to Brian. Like, take it with you. But don't... Like, whose choice is it to take it off of someone's dead child? Like, if I want to bury anything with my dead kid, where it be a tractor, a combined harvester, a teddy of E.T., a Hoover, whatever I want to post with my kid, I'm posting. Oh, cool, thank you. So I can read it, the original sash. I've got a copy of the post because I sent it before it was posted, but I was told not to talk about it until it had been posted in case they didn't. Yeah, I agree with you, Ellie. That message you last sent me, I feel the same. So I have a thing of the original post. So Amicia posted, please note that pertaining to Sir Brian Young's live, he was on whatever it was on, and it's circulating. He is free to his own thoughts. Thank you. He's free to his own thoughts as it relates to his mother. Well, people in here can see it, so it doesn't matter. But as for me, the mother of Adriana Young, whatever part she played in getting my child killed, her time is coming. She neglected my child among other things, and she's playing the victim. God is good, and God is just a God, and the exposure will be soon. I am in the house of the Lord, and I know he will do it. And don't worry, we won't separate as you wish, as you plan. We are still together. So that's Amicia saying, look, on Brian's live where he said that he had no problem with his mother, he's on his own. I have a problem with his mother, and I know the part that she played in getting Adriana killed. She neglected my child among other things, and she is playing the victim by everything. God is just a God, and the exposure will be soon. I am in the house of the Lord, and he will do it. And she's absolutely, she's at church at the moment. We're waiting for her to come out. Don't worry, we aren't separate as you wish. We are still in it together. Now, Adriana's nan, Carol, has been putting pressure on Sir Brian since Adriana died to leave Amicia. She wants him to break up. She always has. I've told you that. Like, she's never liked Amicia. She's too black. And she never liked Amicia's children. She always said they weren't his children. They were bastard children. She referred to them as ends. She didn't want to be around Amicia. Now, I have vocalised, and I will just be honest with you, I've vocalised, like, the time has come for you to man up and pick your wife and your children. Why would you want to have any kind of relationship with a woman who has done what she's done? Amicia is such a lovely woman. She is so full of grace. She was a great mum, brilliant woman, so beautiful. And she deserves backing. And look over my dead body, Lady Jane, because I'll take on anyone at this point. And I knew yesterday when I had my speech that people like Fatta were going to start coming for me. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at this point, because do you know what I've got on my side? I've got justice on my side, and I've got what's right on my side. And I'm a good person. Like, literally, we can go to war if we have to go to war, because I'm on the right place. Why are you gunning Brian down just for being ground level with his mum? No one can get in the way. Do you know what, notification? That's absolutely fine. I'm not gunning him down. I'm absolutely just telling the truth. I'm telling my truth. And the truth is that I was asked from the beginning to make Adriana's case global by Sir Brian and to put the truth out there. And I've had several times when I've run information by Sir Brian that I was going to put out about Stefan, about his mother, about other things, and it was okay. So then don't go into other lives and say, I haven't got a problem with my mum, everything is cool, when you know that the day before Adriana died, your mother took a meeting with the woman in grey and Stefan at a restaurant and plans were put in place to kill your fucking daughter. I'm going to be angry about it. And I'm allowed to be angry about it because I've put my reputation at risk 100 times over. I've been hated on, called racist, been abused, had hate lives run about me for days upon days upon days upon days, had my dead dad and children dragged all around this app so that I could get justice for Adriana Young. And I've said 100 times over, it's worth it. It's worth it. But don't have conversations and discuss how she took her to a pool that you told her not to take her to ever. And you had to stand outside and wait to find out and then find your daughter floating in the pool because of your mother and then say, I haven't got a problem with her. She's a lovely fucking woman. She's a fucking cunt and a killer. And I don't care. People can be mad at me all you want. And I'm not gunning them down. I'm just saying it makes sense. It makes sense. You have a choice right now to be a husband and a father and be that man, or every time you protect that woman, you let Adriana down. That's the bottom line. You can't ask for justice for Adriana and still be around that woman because justice starts with her being in prison. Thank you guys for the gifts. That's the truth. That's the truth. Justice starts with Carol being locked up. There is no truth to that. There is several layers of this case. The case could not have started. Adriana could not have died without her own family taking her to her killers and making pay off it. It couldn't have happened. This wasn't a stranger. This wasn't Adriana dragged in off the street. This was Adriana taken to the place of her death and handed to her killers by Stefan and Carol and every other family member there. The adults all knew. They all knew. Stefan's mum knew. They all knew. You cannot make something happen on that level and nobody knew. So yes, I have a problem. I have a problem when you want, Bola, Leroy, the government, the police, everyone who covered it up. They had a live today with Kevin Lorimer, big fat lummox, and one of the women got in the box and said, I just wanted to tell everyone, I don't know if everyone knows, but it was actually Amika that set fire to all the mattresses. And I was like, oh my God. Like Amika, graceful Amika, who dresses and sounds like a Hollywood starlet, was actually there with a Zippo lighter and a little can of gas going, trying to set fire to fucking mattresses. Well, her niece was still missing. I'm like, at least like make up something that's believable. She's like, somebody hold my hat, please. I'm going to set fire to these mattresses. Do you know what I mean? I was in 24 hours in police custody the other night. It's just insane. And Kevin Lorimer were telling me and Ellie it wasn't the live for us while he kept going on. I just kept staying in there saying, didn't you, are you a crusader, lass? I am a crusader, Pat. I'm like Wonder Woman. I'm real life Wonder Woman. Did Adriana have a baby? What colour? She was 11. She was only 11. Sorry, I got just a visual. 100% love and light. That's the issue. What my problem is the reason I get so angry is because Adriana deserves full justice, right? And one of the things that keeps me awake at night time isn't really loads of facts. The biggest thing that keeps me... Adriana in America was pregnant. The lady who was kept alive so they could take her baby. I'm talking about Adriana Young, an 11-year-old who was killed in Guyana. That's where the confusion was there. The one thing that keeps me awake more than anything in this case is that people that she trusted and loved made it sound like they were going for a fun day out. And yeah, no, it's fine, Carla. No, it's fine. I didn't see it, Shay, but somebody did send me some clips. So I know for my children and putting myself in the place of Amicia, I know how excited my children would be to go out for a day out with family and like we're going to swim, we're going to have ice cream, we're going to have this. And I think for me, like the last moment I always think about is Stefan calling Adriana and her thinking, oh, Stefan wants me, and following him. And as soon as she gone through the door, she would have been grabbed straight away. And honestly, that's what I think about. I think about that switch from at the pool, having fun, being called through the hotel door, and it all just changing. And I just think she was 11. What was she thinking? Did she ask for her mum? Did she ask for her dad? Did she call out for Gran thinking someone was going to come and help her? Did she say Stefan? And that's all I think about. And I try to explain all the time, like, her case is like a pyramid. So because we have on the bottom her family members, then we have Bola and the hotel staff and whoever else was involved, possibly the lady in grey. Well, obviously the lady in grey, but I don't know what part she played in it. Then we have the police who set fire to the hotel, covered up evidence and kind of started the cover up. Leroy, who took the camera system, who set fire to the rooms. Then we have the PPP that are refusing to give apart the they're trying to stop justice happening. They won't let the FBI come in. They won't give up the first autopsy. All of those things. There's so many people here to take down, but we have to start at the bottom. We have to start at the bottom. And the bottom means understanding what happened that day and who took her to her death. And we know now that the lady in grey, the woman, the Hindu woman who was likely part of the sacrifice, met in a restaurant the day before with grandmother and Stefan, and they sat together for an hour, and it was likely at that point that some kind of contract was drawn up for how much money would be given for Adriana's life and how it would be done. And that was probably where the plan was put in place, where take the children to get swimming bands. Adriana will be given a VIP band, and when it comes to exactly like 1:30, for instance, you bring her through to the reception and we'll take things from there. And that's what would have been hashed up. Now, if they had been able to get away with it properly, like they had, there is audio from the restaurant as well. And that's the one thing that won't be discussed with me. They won't tell me exactly what's on it. Now, we know that on the morning of the swimming event, that Sir Brian spoke to his mother. He said she could not have children that day. She could not take them to the pool. So then she phoned Amicia at work. She was determined. She'd already signed a contract. She was already supposed to deliver Adriana, so she couldn't let it go. So then she starts phoning Amicia at Provide Chicken, who's at work, and says, we'd love to take the kids to the beach today. So Amicia's like, the kids haven't been to the beach for a while. They'll love that. How many adults are going? She says 8. Are all the cousins going? She's like, cool. Like, nothing can happen. There's going to be 8 adults and 12 kids. Of course she's going to be safe. It's a family day out. I can't let her miss out. And then they took her to the Doubleday Hotel. The hotel that had the reputation of murder, death and drugs. And she was sold by her grandmother and her uncle. And, you know, there was conversations this morning with Carlotta, the detective, as well, who is also feeling like I'm feeling. She's like, what is Sir Brian doing? Like, he has to make a choice at this point for justice. And he has to stop being biased towards his mother and protecting her online when she didn't protect Adriana. Because what else are we going to do? Because you can't ask strangers to put their reputations, their lives and all their time into justice for Adriana if you're not going to do it. What are you doing, Tor? You what? Stop saying silly things. Jesus Christ. I'm on live, so don't say anything weird. Come here. You don't stand on the stairs. Be careful at the top of the stairs, please. Stop saying that. How have you hurt yourself?
On my backbone.
On your backbone? Why? What have you done?
Can I do a backflip on your bed?
Do not. This is what I mean. She's fine, Chels, for school. She's doing backflips on my bed. She's hurt her backbone. Come here. Stop. You've been sick not long ago. A couple of hours ago, Tori. Please do.
My knee bones now.
Your knee bones now.
And my backbones. Owie.
You look like a little old lady.
Owie. My backbones.
Right.
My
Can you?
toilet bone.
Your skibbity toilet bone. Can you just try to chill, because we're trying to get you better for school tomorrow, where you absolutely have a fun day. But if you do backflips and you end up breaking your backbone, you
I
can.
already did.
Don't shake those knees at me like that. She's 6, Carmen.
Ow.
She's 6 going on 16.
I'm 5 years old.
Um,
I'm 6 years old and 5 at the same time.
Odessa, it is switching into people's attitudes are changing towards that, and I don't have an excuse for it, so I don't know how to answer that. And I fully do not believe that Sir Brian was involved in any way or knew anything, but I understand why people are thinking that, if that's
Mum,
what the behaviour online. Yeah.
Tegan doesn't know what 100 plus 100, but I do.
What is it?
10,000.
100 of 100 is not 10,000.
Oh, I meant 100.
No, 100 of 100 is 200.
No, it isn't. That's 1 plus.
You've got a genius.
1 plus 100. I said 100 plus 100. Mom, you're gonna ruin my picture like that.
I'm just resting my coffee on there. It's all empty, look.
It's gonna make a stain on the back.
Show a picture. It's don't get off the camera, please. Remember what I said about weirdos being on TikTok, especially this lot.
But I am a weirdo. Backflip.
Oh God.
Bookflip.
Bookflip. She's very unique.
I'm gonna do a backflip.
How were you born, Tori?
Weird and plastic.
No.
That's the plastic, not even the real one. The plastic.
Dabastic is not a word. And you were born weird and wonderful. That's enough, thank you.
Let me do the bookflip.
The Nanny K thing will always be funny.
I died.
Right, you're supposed to be poorly.
No, I'm not. I'm about to die. It's knocking out right now.
Jesus Christ.
I'm floating to heaven right now.
Because you're going to say hello to my dad.
Or if I go into hell.
You would never go to hell because you're too cute.
I feel like...
Lynn, this is what I said this morning to the family. I said, I cannot keep saying or defending behaviour that's not defendable.
Mum, you
I
didn't
can't.
say that.
I cannot cover a case and not be completely honest with everyone.
Mum, you did
And
say
I
that to
cannot
the
put my
family.
own professionalism and my own reputation at risk
Mum, you did
to
say that
defend
to
people
family.
that are moving mad. What?
You didn't say that to family.
Not to your family, I didn't.
And Mum, I'm still flying.
I can't do that. There has to come a time where, like, for me, I don't understand.
Mum, why don't you care
Right,
about
just
the diet?
I do, Tori, but I'm online at the moment. And what did we say? No, she said she's
half
bald.
bald.
Yes, you're half bald. Yes.
Oh, but does it my bald head?
Oh, I love your bald head.
No, so TikTok, this bit.
No, TikTok, you don't want to see your half bald head.
Yes, I do.
Stop upstairs, please. Where you were before, chilling. No backflips either.
Well, I wasn't born upstairs.
You were born upstairs.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't born before upstairs. I wasn't born at upstairs.
No. Surprise, Adrian said, I can't defend some actions. Now, I don't think it had anything to do with what happened to Adriana. I really don't think that. But I don't understand. Oh, thank you, I Heart Sleep, for making a profile of me.
I'm in the pub.
Thank you for that. You're just going to get blocked now, and it was just pointless making one, wasn't it, of a close-up of my face for absolutely no reason.
Mummy.
Well done for being an absolute ultimate loser. And weirdly, you're not the first person to think of that. Some people are really clever, though. They'll change my hair to blonde, or they'll put glasses on me and go, we look alike. I appreciate that. When you come in just like that and go, oh, we look alike, it's not great. So there's some things like I can't understand in any way. And I was very vocal this morning on the phone call that if it was my mum and it was my child, I would be on live saying I want her dead. I want her dead. I want her dead. I want her house burnt to the ground. I want everybody around her to be punished. That I would. I don't care. That's how I would feel. Like, I would feel 100 times worse towards somebody I was related to, especially my mum, who took my child rather than a stranger. I wouldn't even be talking about the hotel in the sun. I wouldn't be talking about anyone apart from my mother at that point. Because I know that my child loved my mum and trusted her. So for anyone who didn't hear the live, where the MEC has responded to, let me just get it up because I just a second ago sent it across to someone. This is what he said.
People get us have no mind.
I want to get a scream recorder and y'all get it out.
Whatever happened, I never go around the place pointing fingers to no one. Right? So I want people out there to get it very clear and loud. So I have nothing against my mom.
I have nothing against my mum.
Right? So this is how I want people to know. Twist it, turn it, whatever people want to look at it, is my mom. You understand what I'm saying? I can't change it, it's my mom. And I can't go wrong place hating her.
I won't
Right?
hate her.
So I tell my mom from my heart, I have nothing against her, right? So personally, so the people out there.
I tell my mum from my heart, I have nothing against her personally.
Stop being negative. Right? Come on, stop being negative.
Stop being negative.
Yeah.
And this is I hear his voice notification, but I'm also going to have my own voice. And I have spent countless hours, hundreds in the last 2 months, fighting for his daughter and doing what he asked me to do, which was to make her case global. Now, back about a month and a half ago, Sir Brian and Damien from Guyana, I believe, invited me into a live, and then Sir Brian dissed me. He refused to speak to me. And then I was messaged 2 days later to say I had to do that because my mum asked me to do it. So even then, you publicly took away credibility I had to get your daughter justice because your mother asked you to do it. So you ask me to take Adriana to a big platform. You ask me to get justice, and then your mum says, don't talk to that white lady because she's having too much credibility. People are listening to her. So again, you made a choice to put me and you in a situation where people were like, I don't know if I should believe Hailey now because Sir Brian doesn't like her, because your mum asked me to. Your mum asked you to. And his mother is Indo. She has a massive connection to the police commissioner. She's had other people arrested before. Sir Brian's brother is a police officer. Let that fall where it may. And then she definitely has brainwashed him. And there are certain parts, right, of the case where I fully stood up for Sir Brian. When he's not supported me, so at the funeral I said, look, he's grieving differently, he's a father, he's terrified, like he's going through so much. I defend him. I 100% will tell you that I don't believe he has anything to do with Adriana's death. I tell you that, like, the reason I cover this case is because of Sir Brian and when he jumped in and got Adriana and what I saw. No justice, no peace, apart from if we talk about his mum. Yeah, he has his mum's son, the brother is in the police department. So all of this stuff has happened. Like, I've taken a lot of shit from this case, and I've always stood up for Sir Brian, you know. But there comes a time when he was raised by his grandparents because his mum was in addiction. She didn't want to raise him. Then when he starts having children, she's not very nice to his children. She calls his children name his wife's name. She disrespects him on a daily basis. She was heard at the hotel before Sir Brian got there. A call had been made to Sir Brian saying his daughter was missing, and Sir Brian was on his way there, and his mum was saying, if he turns up here acting stupid, I'm going to thrash the shit out of him. Because she knew he was likely to get angry and start asking questions. She said, if he does that, I'm going to thrash him. He was threatened by someone. He's a bus driver, home bud. He works driving the buses. You know, she also ignored him when he first got to the scene and went straight into the hotel with the police. So, you know, the 14-year-old will be spoken to this week, and I believe we've already heard most of her testimony, that she last went with Stefan, etc. But then we've got to wonder because she's gone back to her mother, who's also one of Carol's children. So, I don't know. The mum may very well... Carol seems to be a midget A little tiny, I don't mean a midget, I don't know if I'm allowed to call people that. Midget gem. I was going to call her a midget gem, let's go with that. Fuck. A little woman that holds a lot of power in the family. Fucking hell. A midget gem sweet, I meant, little kind of cute sweet. And no one could tell me any different. His only screen recorders in here, delete that bit. Nah, I don't really care. Like a poison, no, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that either, Linda. Don't go anywhere. It's the Lord's Day, everything will be forgiven. But she seems to be this little tiny thing that has a lot of power and influence. So the 14-year-old's been silenced already with a psychiatric hold put on her by Carol to say she can't speak. No need to be rude, Hailey. Well, can you spell my name right because you're being rude on the Lord's Day? I am allowed to say whatever the fuck I want on my platform, and if anyone doesn't like me, you can leave. You can. I'm not perfect, and I will absolutely just tell the truth, and I'm angry. And when it comes to people who kill children, I really don't give a fuck what I say about them. People said to me the other day, like, she's scared to go out of her house, and I said, fucking good. I hope they beat her. I don't care. Honestly, I do not care. I don't care at all. When it comes to people who take 11-year-olds to their death, I don't care what happens to them. I don't care if they get arrested, they have sugar water, hot water thrown at them. I don't care if people beat them. I don't care if people set fire to their homes. I don't have the capability to feel compassion towards people who hurt children. I don't. Yeah, I think I'm allowed to call someone a midget gem. What are they going to do? Put me all over the FYP shows and judge me? Oh, no. I really couldn't give a fuck. Yeah, she just seems to have a lot of people around her that want to just do everything that she says. I'm 4'11" but say 5 foot, that's the best way to go. At one point I think I weighed about 14 stone and said I was 9. Oh, do you know when like your size like 16 clothes, you tell everyone you're size 10 and they're just looking at you going, no, you're fucking not. You're asking people, do I look like Britney Spears? And they go, no, Britney Ferries. Do you know what I mean? I will say the worst about myself and I'll say the worst about people. I don't care. No one's claimed their golf clubs back yet. And the other day, I went to pick Tori up from the park yesterday because I had to meet her dad at the shop we normally drop off at. And he had a brand new, he had a lawnmower for me. So I bought the lawnmower home, but I don't know whose it is. And I'll go and get it for you. I don't care. Like, I'm not making it up. I don't even know where it came from. But now I'm starting to think, did it come from the same place as the golf clubs? Have I just got a collection of stolen property? Is Adrian Young or a different person? Oh, man like Donna, like, do not ever play his voice notes. When when I've got ADHD, when I'm in an ADHD rant like yesterday because I was so furious at Brian, I was just saying things left, right and centre, and I've left about 27 voice notes around the app of just people who could cancel me. It's all people I trust, but literally, I was just coming out of mad shit. But it's like ADHD, when you get to the stage where you're just absolutely over emotional, it feels like I've got like Tourette's or something, like I'm just saying mad shit. And then I'll listen back to the voice notes the day after, I'm just wetting myself. I'm just like, how did that even come out to that? But I just felt so disrespected yesterday. I felt so protective of Misia, and I found it. Did you? Look, oh Lord, that's a good find, Henry. I find it really, really distressing. I also find men and women acting like that really disrespectful. And I find what happened yesterday, it's almost like, don't make me care about Amicia. Don't let me spend all these hours talking to her, like learning her grief and her story, and then let me watch you fucking disrespect her on a live with people watching. It felt like such a slap for Amicia, and I'm just watching it. So I'm in the comments, and he'd already said, hello, Hailey. And I'm just putting, at this point, Brian, it's justice for Amicia that we need. And he kind of looked down, and then I kind of just left the room. Yeah, Ruthie, like the things I say, I don't... Kirsty, I asked a question this morning. Could he be doing that online to impress his mother? Because like Amicia said in her post today, his mother has consistently... He can read some things, yeah, for sure. His mother has consistently asked him to leave his wife. So, and she said that, Amicia said, like, we're not going to break up. We're not going to separate. You've been asking that for a long time. Like, leave it alone. So I wonder if he in a way, like, obviously his mum's watching him online, right? Because she told him to publicly embarrass me so people didn't take me seriously, and he stopped talking to me on that live with Damien. So his mum's obviously watching some stuff, and maybe she's impressed by him saying to Fatta, "You're sexy," or talking in detail about Fatta's new bathing suit she's going to buy. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's both, and I'll call both out both ways, because I honestly think as a woman, when you know somebody's married, there should be a respect, and there should be a respect of, and by the way, this mother is grieving, and in fact, as a mother, she should understand, not comprehend because we've not lost, but to understand, like, our worst fear is losing a child, and she's lost. And Misa's lost a child. You watch this woman crying, over her daughter's funeral, like, who's done this to my baby? And you want to be like that with her husband online where people are watching. I find it crass, and I find it disrespectful, and I find it home-wrecking behaviour. I don't like it. Have you seen the route? I haven't seen it, no. And I'm not. It's not just her. It's Sir Brian as well. A married man who's grieving his daughter should not be in Fatta's life saying you're so sexy, and that's why I was in the comments saying justice for Amicia. She's already got one fight. She's fighting for justice for her daughter. She doesn't need to be fighting. Thank you, Michelle. She doesn't need to be fighting that shit as well. And I will call out all bad behaviour. I literally, when I say I believe in justice and I believe in wrong and right, it literally, it clings to my soul. Like, if I see it, I'm going to say it. If I see it, I'm going to say it. I've seen it countless times. It's uncomfortable. It's not a friendship. It's a weird thing. And when it comes to it, it needs to stop. And like I've said before, we've invited the whole world to watch you now, to watch what's happened with Adriana, to watch what's happening with Justice. Now the whole platform is watching. The whole world is watching. Guyana, UK, America, we're watching. And we're watching you hunt Pum Pum online, instead of shout justice for Adriana. Can I have a lion? Can I have this? You look so sexy. Do you like my new hat? Should I phone you at 2:30? I'm going to get a new bathing suit. And I'm just sat there thinking, I didn't even know I was on OF. Like, I didn't even know, like, what the fuck? And I'm just there. I literally wanted to request the box. If I'd got into that battle, I'd just said Amicia, because it's disgusting. It's home-wrecking behaviour. And even if you deep it, I would not make certain comments towards Sir Brian right now, because any father who's grieving is vulnerable. No matter how you look at it. That's it. He's vulnerable, his wife's vulnerable, they need support, they need help. They don't need that. That's how I feel. And before people judge me or say anything else, I've said since the beginning, I will cover the case, but I'll cover the whole case. I'll always be honest. And if I find any kind of way of seeing that Sir Brian was guilty, Amicia was guilty, Mika was guilty, I would call that out too. We're not working together. We're all working for justice, but I will call out whatever it is. And I don't believe Sir Brian's involved in any way. I don't believe Mika is. I don't believe Amicia is. But I do think Amicia's stunning, isn't she? And she's so full of grace as well. But I will call out the whole case. I'm not going to just be blinded to certain things, and I'm not going to say to you guys. And because I cover the case like so much, and I've had such amount of attention on it, people come to me and say, come on then, explain Brian's behaviour, explain what he was doing in that live with Fatta the other day. And then I have to pay for it for days. Even during the live, I got 6 messages yesterday about it. Say, oh, you're still going to defend him now? Are you still going to defend the family? You think this is okay? It falls back on me as well, and it falls back on Ange, and it falls back on Amicia, it falls back on Amika. Everyone has to pay the price for this shitty behaviour. Oh, Taylor. Every time I see you, I'm not sure what colour hair you're going to have or what you're going to look like. I thought my grandma just walked in the room.
No.
I thought Ian Beale's here. I got nothing left.
Is that like a bowl, man?
Do you know what I mean? Mum mainly, Kimbo. I thought yesterday she walked in with that short grey wig on. I thought my mum was in my kitchen. I thought, oh, now you fucking show up. The other day I walked past, she had pink hair and she had blue hair.
I'm so sorry.
Is Taylor okay? Taylor's much better now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Awful.
You're not awful. She's okay. Are you dancing to anime?
I'll be quiet.
I can leave the room.
No, you can't.
What do you mean I can't? My doggy is a girl. She's called Comet. She's in the kitchen. Tori! Taylor! Help her up! Help her up! She's buried under the sofa now.
Frick you!
No, don't frick anyone, please.
I did not mean to.
Tori was stood up and Taylor went like that on the Taylor went like that on the cushion and the cushion pinged up and buried Tori underneath it.
Frick you, God!
No.
I didn't mean to do that.
Think you I can be.
Please do that again.
Oh,
I don't think she could recreate that again. She threw that book down on the cushion bounced up and Tori fell under on the floor.
Sorry.
they're homeless.
Right, I better go because it's 8 o'clock and if I want to do a crime live later on, I need to go and sort these kids out. What did I say? Hailey, one thing as I say is where there's mentality and knowledge-wise, other countries aren't. Do you know what, Uncle Mate? I will address that and say to you
No.
that may be okay. And I made excuses last time, but you cannot tell me that Guyana does not have the knowledge that if you're married to someone, then perhaps you shouldn't be telling them about your bathing suit or taking their hat and saying, like, I've got his sweater, I'm wearing his cap, or he shouldn't be calling her sexy on a massive platform where his wife's at home mourning over their dead child. It's not okay. And I did say in his comments yesterday, not to fat her because my problem was with him. He's married, he's got the wife. I said, justice for Amicia. Like, you've asked the whole world to watch your journey. Now we're watching and you're acting like you're on some kind of pum-pum hunt and saying mad shit online. It's basic respect. And also, he can't ask me to get involved in Adriana's case, fall in love with Amicia, care about her, talk to her while she's crying, like gee her up for the funeral, and then not give a fuck when she's being mugged off online by the one man who should be holding her up. Like, that's my problem. Like, that is my problem. You know, like, why would you be, like, you know, having conversations on TikTok about anything other than justice for your daughter, or how your day is, what's Fat I've been up to? Like, you don't need to be talking about, oh, I'm going to buy a new bathing suit, I'm wearing your hat to bed, like I wear it every night. It's so, it's disgraceful. And it's a disgrace to Adriana. And people would be 100% different if it was me. If I got Sir Brian in this life now and I said, oh my God, you look so good, baby. People would be like, what is this fucking white woman doing? She's a cunt, she's this, she's that. I've never, from the moment I got hold of Amicia's contact details, me and Sir Brian were deaded any conversation because all of a sudden I don't need to talk to your husband because I've got the wife and the mother, and it feels icky, right? Because it's her husband. Because I just support women. And I just think, like, yesterday I was furious. And the whole, if you look at the background of this relationship and this online thing, it's been awkward from day one. It's just got worse and worse. And yesterday when he felt like he had to say to her, like, in front of all of his work friends as well at the bus station, you look so sexy in that picture, in that dress. And she's like, I'm going to get a bathing suit. And I'm just sat there like, huh? Like, his workmates have met his wife. It just annoyed me. And I love you, Mace. Like, I've got no problem with you. But I'm also not the one not to call things out. Are they cousins? I hope fucking not. That will add a whole new fucking layer, won't it? I'm not... I don't think they're cousins. If they are, then bloody hell. I'll be dropping out there. They're cousins. They can't be fucking cousins. Come on. They can't be, can they? I literally got them. They're not, are they? No, because I spoke to no, they can't be cousins now. They don't even live. No, I don't think they are. I've never heard they were cousins before. No, stop it, Stacey, don't. Yeah, I'm not. We're not getting into kissing cousins and all that shit now. Whoever asked where my dog is, she's in there chewing a glass bottle. Hey, naughty doggy. She's in there. She did her dinner. I can't. I just think in the grand scheme